Because what happened to men thinking that women are a catch if they're unmarried? Now all of a sudden, you're a threat. You're like a threat to their world order.
Man, you might just be vibrating higher than a lot of people you surround yourself with, bro. Because you got to think about dating apps. Not always, but a lot of times, it's a lot of low vibrations on there.
Damn! Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
Why I deleted my dating apps for good. My name is Angel. If you're new here, we talk about modern femininity, wellness, health,
Yo, she look good.
level up, beauty, lifestyle, and becoming the best version of yourself. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get right into it.
Hey, before she gets started, I'm gonna say this, bro. I like the preparation, because you knew this video took preparation before she even turned this camera on. She made sure she herself was presentable, skin clear, hair done, she brushed her teeth, smile. You know what I'm saying? Looking good, bro. Her place looked clean. Like, she looked like somebody that could be taken serious. Somebody I could be seen out in public with, bruh. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is what I'm talking about, man. Let's hear what she got to say, bruh.
Welcome back to the Angel Allure. Today we're going to talk about why I deleted my dating apps for good. It's been a while again since we've caught up, so I guess first I'll give you a little bit about my day. I actually ran a little over a half marathon today, 13.5, where I live.
She outside running? Come on, bruh.
A week ago, it snowed so crazy bad, a foot of snow. So running through some parts, I kind of had to like pull out through some parts that weren't even paved. Most of it was paved. The best part was that there was so many runners out and it was so fun and I had a great time. And as you know, if you normally watch my channel, I always feel so much more regulated, grounded, and peaceful on the days when I film, when I go for long walks or when I run. And today was a running day, so we're feeling good, we're feeling great. Calm and peaceful, which is the best thing that we want for ourselves.
So that sounds like to me, she earns her dopamine, bruh. She doesn't get it from instant gratification. She gets her dopamine from earning it. She just said, I don't get that fulfilling feeling unless I'm outside running, I'm creating some content, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing something productive. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Let me know in the comments, did you work out today? Did you run? Did you go for a long walk? How you had a crazy snowstorm where you live? I'm curious. Now, let's get into the more important topic, why I deleted my dating apps. For the longest time, I always noticed and felt like dating apps were just not really the best. In like my earlier 20s, it was just so easy to meet a guy, fall in love, have a great time. Women are a little bit more open and men are a little bit more open to love during that time. But I feel like the more you mature, people put up walls, people are so much more guarded, and people are a lot more afraid of love. And I feel like that's really important to mention because I think the dating apps can work out well if you're quite young on both parts because you're just less jaded, and it's not even women. I think it's kind of the men too. I just personally have noticed that as my lifestyle improves, as my discernment improves, as I better myself as a woman, I just don't find it to be beneficial, productive to put yourself out there in that way for people to swipe on you, random people to message you. It just doesn't make
she might be too good for a dating app, to be honest, bro. I always felt that way about dating apps. Like, it's not the best. I hear people say utilize every avenue you have to get the most results, but it's like the quality matters too. And you gotta ask yourself, is this gonna get me closer to what I desire? Is this gonna get me closer to what I say I want? Is swiping left and swiping right on this dating app gonna get me closer to the desire, to the relationship that I desire?
much sense to me. I have so many things I can say on this topic. First of all, the people that you meet on apps are most likely different from the people that you would meet in person. And I feel like most of the time people get on apps when maybe they don't have as much of a vibrant social life. And if you do have a vibrant social life, you are probably one of like the more rare people or women on the apps. And so you might find someone right away easily. The downside is sometimes people can take advantage of that, grabbing onto you, your lifestyle, and benefiting or intentionally sabotaging what you have going on for yourself. I have used dating apps in some of the most exciting heights of my life, and I just found that it's not the best way for a woman to protect herself. You're putting yourself on Front Street for randoms that may not fully respect who you are, what you have to offer, may or may not fully get a chance to know you. Like, you're also putting yourself out there to be evaluated by randoms, checking an app to see if you're being validated by random people. Now, where this starts to get weird is that if you are an alluring angel, which means you're most likely beautiful to a certain degree, you have confidence to a certain degree, you're thoughtful, you want to improve yourself, you want to become a better woman, a better version of yourself. If those things are all true and you go out into public, what you will find is that you get attention anyway. You get looks, admiration, kindness, hopefully respect as well from people in person. So,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I saw her in public, I would approach. You know what I'm saying? I would ask her out. Like, I would definitely take her out on a date, man.
Getting on the dating apps just doesn't seem right. I have gotten off dating apps before in the past, and I've always felt happier. I've always felt more productive.
Right.
I've always felt more confident. I've always felt more peaceful when I wasn't on there. But sometimes I would get back on because I would think, oh, there's pressure to meet someone. And it is the way that most people meet today, I will admit.
Is it though? Is it really? Or are we just saying that?
I want this to be a little bit brighter. Oh, that's so much. Why do I always do this? I need to figure this out beforehand. It is the way that so many people meet today. It's normalized. However, if you are high value...
All right, look. Okay, it can be the way that most people meet. But is it how most people are coming together and actually becoming couples? And actually becoming successful couples? Yeah, we on here meeting. It's people meeting all the time. But is there actually anything coming from it?
And that does not mean that you're perfect. If she is a woman that is beautiful, graceful, kind, thoughtful, has ambitions, cares about her future and other people, and works hard, has a goal, has a vision. Not saying anything else in regards to what high value means. But if you are a high value woman, chances are you're an oddball out on the dating app, especially if you're beautiful. And men who may not have the confidence or the wherewithal to actually approach you in person can get online and have an opportunity to evaluate you, potentially devalue you, potentially take you for granted. You are a woman in real life, may potentially cause them to not even look in your direction, may cause them to glitch. I see men at the gym in my building oftentimes, and I live in a luxury building, who glitch. What does glitching mean? Glitching is like, first of all, they're shocked. They weren't expecting to see you. They feel uncomfortable with your presence. They feel bothered by your presence. They feel annoyed that you're not already married or that you don't have a ring, which I think is bizarre, because what happened to men thinking that women are a catch if they're unmarried? Now all of a sudden, you're a threat. You're like a threat to their world order. You're like a menace to society for some of them. Very, very true. You have to notice it. I sometimes try to neutralize these things.
Man, you might just be vibrating higher than a lot of people you surround yourself with, bro. Because you got to think about dating apps. Not always, but a lot of times, it's a lot of low vibrations on there. And I'm using this terminology because it's the easiest to use, vibrations, right? When you as a person have like reached new plateaus mentally, emotionally, financially, when you've reached new plateaus, you can't really go backwards. Otherwise you're insulting your own intelligence going backwards, because you've already grown from that. So it's it would be more frustrating to try to go back and reach down and try to like go back down to somebody's level when you've already, ascended from that level. That's what a lot of dating apps is. It's a lot of either people that are bored, people that are low confidence, low self-esteem, low self-respect. And it's not always, bro. And I think it also depends on which dating apps you use and geographical location. I think all of these things play a factor. Maybe age as well. I don't know, but it's like, and maybe it also depends if you're using the free versions or the paid versions. I don't know. I never paid for a dating app, so I don't know. But yeah, man, once you ascend, you can't really go backwards.
I say hello, I say hi. I might catch people off guard, but sometimes I'm just going about my day like most people. I just realized that putting yourself on those apps, you're putting yourself available to those very same people that may be threatened or uncomfortable by you, which is dangerous. I've had positive experiences on apps. Dating on apps in some ways can be just like dating in person. It's not all negative. The more you elevate, the more you level up, the more there are men that don't have as much confidence or self-esteem that will try to pull you down. So that's also another one of my biggest issues with the apps. There are people there that want to pull you down. They want to humble you. They maybe want to try to have an effect on your self-esteem. That can be in showing up like dressed casually. Maybe they choose nice places, but they're dressed casually. Like you could tell they don't put any thought into it. Like they're wearing layers that involve a hoodie, or they're wearing something that involves like a scully hat, or something that's just generally casual, when you can see on their profile pictures that they may have blazers on sometimes. They may have button-ups on sometimes. I'm not saying you have to show up on the date wearing a whole blazer and a button-up, even though I normally show up on dates looking my top tier best that I can do in that moment, which sometimes I notice is too much for most men. And that's why at one point I was saying, oh, well, maybe I'll just start to wear jeans so I'm not doing too much for first dates, because a lot of men don't put in effort for first dates.
Nah, bruh. Look, man. I'm coming correct, man. I might sound thirsty, but I would definitely take a girl like this on a date, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Give her a chance to go out and get pretty and wear something nice and just have a good little experience, a good conversation, good company, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. What's her damn channel called? Angeldellah? Oh, she don't even got 1,000 subscribers yet. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Hey, y'all need to go subscribe to her, bro. Go subscribe to her, bro. I fuck with her, man.
I don't know, unless maybe they're going out with someone that's like 21. I hate to say it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just going based on what I see. I look at it like, would I go to a nice place on a nice night with a beautiful lady and not at least put on like a blazer and a t-shirt or a nice button up? I think those things are fair for nice venues. Showing up in like a layered hoodie or a layered...
And me, I'm the type of dude that like to take pictures anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of dude, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm going on a date, I gotta get fresh, bro. Because I gotta get my little Instagram post in, man. You know what I'm saying? Get one good picture of me, then get one good picture of the food. Make sure they see that it's 2 entrees on the table, 2 glasses on the table. You know what I'm saying? So all the girls on my page that's lurking, they be like, "Oh, who he on the date with? He on the date? Who he on the date with?" Bro, come on, man. Come on, bro. But still, the whole point of the date is to have fun. Like, why are we making this not fun? It's to have, well, the whole point is to get to know the person, to see if is anything that could come from this, see if there's anything that can develop from this. Do I like this person? Do I want to continue seeing this person? Do I see a future with this person? You know? And also to have fun. That's the whole point of the date, bro. I think me and her could have good conversation at the least. At the least, bro. We could at least talk about content at the least, man. Come on, dog. Come on, bro.
flannel is communicating, oh, I'm not trying hard for this, or I don't care, or I'm not going to step up to be what you want me to be because obviously your standards are probably too high anyway. That's the impression I get. One of the most important things of all that I've noticed recently since I've been going out more with like my girlfriend, Moody, we have such a good time, we have such good vibes. We always meet high quality men when we go out. Now, when I say high quality, what I basically just mean is confident. They have enough self-esteem to actually approach you in the wild and successful to a certain degree. It doesn't have to mean they're perfect, right? Most of them aren't, but they're successful to a certain degree, confident to a certain degree, and willing to approach you. I see that as high value because I know that not every man is just like comfortable approaching in a serious way. Now, some may say like ridiculous things.
No, but as a man, this is how you can separate yourself from a lot of other men, bro. If the norm nowadays is the men are too afraid to approach, right? You can definitely separate yourself by being the one guy without being thirsty and without being disrespectful. Being the one guy that's brave enough and confident enough to approach. Bro, if you see a woman you want, go get her, bruh. And if you get rejected, you just get rejected, man. But look, you can definitely stand out and separate yourself just by going and making the approach in a respectful way. Especially with a woman like this, bro. We can look at women and tell what women are the ones we can take serious and which ones we not finna take serious. I would take her a little bit serious from the jump, bro. I would approach her respectfully. I'd be like, excuse me, what's your name? You look, you know what I'm saying? I'll compliment like maybe her outfit or something that I know that she put time into. You know what I'm saying? Something that I know, damn, who the fuck is this? Something that I know she thought about before she left the house. Because that's what mattered to her. I would say something about that. And then I'd be like, I'd like to take you out sometime. What's your number? Or something like, I'm more of an in the field type of person, so I couldn't really give you no script. But the general idea is say something with confidence that's respectful and have a desired outcome that you're trying to get from. You gotta have a idea of what outcome you want, bro. A goal with a deadline, right? Where my book at? This is one of these books I read. I think it was this one. I gotta read this motherfucker again, bro. The Magic of Thinking Big, bro. Read this motherfucker, bro. Read this shit, dog. Come on, dog. Matter of fact, what's another book? Hold on, man. I need to start giving y'all book recommendations. How to Win Friends and Influence People, bro. Y'all need to start reading, bro. Expand y'all motherfucking horizons out this motherfucker. Bruh. You made it this far into the video and you haven't hit the like button yet.
Damn.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
What's up with all that Instagram shit?
I'm glad you asked. Follow me on Instagram.
They ain't too hungry in this bitch.
That to me doesn't even count as an approach. That counts as like a joke, like just like an icebreaker. Like you're trying to be funny. If you're just like cracking a joke, then I think like any guy that's being silly could try that. We would meet much more better quality guys.
Yeah, baby. I have her laughing, bro. I have her laughing. I have her crying laughing. I promise that.
In person. So much better quality. And these are guys that are most likely not on the apps at all whatsoever. That also means to me that they also value their time and their self, their personhood, enough not to waste their time on an app with random people. So I thought to myself, if the app is 9 times out of 10 a bunch of dusties trying to devalue women, showing up without putting serious effort in, pre-rejecting you before you reject them, I started to realize that maybe I could work with apps if I was running the most strict program that there was. If you are running the most strict program that there is, go ahead and do it. But it's a lot of work. And you can save yourself the time, save yourself the energy, the peace, and just don't even do it at all. I met this guy, like, we had a good first date. I will admit it went a little bit too long. We went to the 4 Seasons. He originally...
Oh, no, baby, you gotta tell us what too long is, bro. You can't just say it went too long. How long is too long, baby? You know what I'm saying?
suggested like a more casual place. We went to JG, we had a great time. I actually got like a fun, friendly vibe. So I actually invited him out to hang out with like my girlfriend and her friends, or not really
Oh,
friends, just like some other people that we know,
oh.
acquaintances, at another
I want to hang out with your girlfriend, so I'm trying to fuck with you.
bar as like a little after thing. So I thought, okay, we're close in age, we can have fun, we can just have a good time without making it this formal thing. Well, things went south. We made up the next day. I kind of apologized. I don't know if I really needed to, but I don't know. I guess I'm just too sweet of a girl, too nice of a girl. And I think he kind of like apologized too. Him and I were texting a lot. Now, here's what happens literally 2 days later. I can tell on the date that this guy was making the assumption that because I was born, well, I was technically born in New York City, but because I grew up here in Philly and I live here currently, I think he made the short-sighted assumption that I haven't traveled that much, that I haven't been that many places, and that I was like waiting to be chosen essentially. Now, when he asked me what I was doing Saturday night, like I said, oh, my girlfriend's having this party. We went to art school together and we were in London last fall. We were both on solo trips in London and that was where we bonded together. He heard that and I can tell from his energetic switch in the messages. He was like, oh, I'm going out to this Barclay place to act like a little boy or something. And I can tell that was his way of opting out. Like he thought, oh, this is not what I thought. You've been so many places already. You've done so many things. There are legitimate men that will back out because you're well-traveled. What? Maybe they don't want it equal. They want someone that can be beneath them. They're not comfortable with someone. And I'm not even like, crazy thing about it is I don't even see myself as an equal to men. But I was matching his vibe. He was telling me so much about travel. Ibiza. Like all these places that he's traveled. And then when I mentioned one travel trip, he was checked out and said like, oh, I don't think we want the same things. And honestly, I'm like, you weirdo, goodbye. If you thought I was like small, I haven't been anywhere, I haven't done anything, like, oh, that's attractive to you. But the moment
I will say that does sound weird, but we still got to remember we only hearing her side of the story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not real big on this travel thing. I've traveled to a bunch of places, and traveling is cool. I enjoy traveling, but it's not like something I have to do. You know, I'm not so pressed about it, but I have enough experience where, all right, I know how to book a flight. I know how to book hotels. I know how to plan for trips. You know what I'm saying? I know how to plan for a long drive. You know, I know how to survive. I know how to pack food and outfits. You know what I'm saying? I know not to look like I don't belong there. You know how you in a city or you in a town and you could just look at someone and tell, oh, they not from here. Like, nah, bro, you gotta know how to like blend in, man. I know how to do all that stuff, bro. But I don't have to though. You know what I'm saying?
you about one piece of travel, you're suddenly like intimidated or you suddenly are not interested. I think that's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Tell me in the comments below if you think it's weird or bizarre that men will feel uncomfortable about some of the life that you've lived. And it just made me feel like, you know what? I should just be private. Like, he doesn't need to know. He shouldn't even have access to text me. I shouldn't even share that with him. And that was one of the last things that made me just decide, like, you know what? Not doing this, not dealing with it, don't need it. I genuinely think it's for the greater good. Maybe he noticed that I was just out of his league, and it's okay. It's fine. It could be hard sometimes because maybe you think in terms of, I can get to know someone in a friendly way and we could be friends or have fun as friends. But I think sometimes like guys don't want to be friends. They want to know,
Nah.
Are you a lover? Are you someone that will boost?
No. I don't want to be friends, baby. I mean, we can be friends, but after the romance, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want, if I, bro, a girl like this, of course I want to get along with her, but I want her to understand that I don't want to be just friends. I want something more than just that, bro. You know what I'm saying? An understanding or something.
My ego? Are you someone I can look down at? Are you someone that can boost my ego? Are you someone?
Because what is a friend? How can a girl be your friend? What can she do to actually show you that she's your friend? That's why That's why they say. That's why it's hard to believe when they say they're a man and a woman and they're just friends, because it seems like the friendship is only gonna benefit her, like the woman. How does it benefit you as a man? You know what I'm saying? Uh, I mean, I don't know. Any girl that I'm friends with is a girl that I was romantic with at one point, and it didn't work out, but we still cool. Like, we enjoy each other's company, and it's still good vibes or whatever, whatever words you want to use, right? But outside of that, it's like, how is she gonna be my friend? You know what I'm saying?
I can look down at. It's tiring. God bless all the wives. God bless the women using dating apps. I personally petition for all of the women to leave dating apps because I feel like the bar is on the floor, and that is the reason why we all are.
Hey, bro, motherfucking Hinge and Tinder and Bumble about to knock on her door. They about to jump her ass, dog.
This mess. I think women should leave dating apps. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Dating apps collapse context, real life context. Can they survive the social world that you exist in and accompany you with confidence? That's why I think it's important for women with presence not to be on there. And if they are on there, don't be seen with that man walking down the sidewalk, because you never know if he can handle who you are, handle accompanying you. You're under constant evaluation and availability for random people, and access without investment leads to all the things that I've explained in this video. Removing the apps will allow your nervous system to remain calm. You have less performative energy. You have so much more time and energy to focus on your goals, your lifestyle, your fun, showing up in the real world and in real life. And you just have more embodiment and more presence. You can compound on the woman that you're becoming as opposed to letting a dating app contain you.
That goes both ways though, because the most successful interactions I've had with women are the women that I either met in person or on Instagram. The dating apps, not so much. But I mean, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tell her keep making content, bro. For real. Keep making content, shawty. I fuck with it. Matter of fact, this is how easy it is for pretty girls, right? I'm ready to subscribe to her just based off of what I see. I like what I see. I like what I hear. I like everything so far. So easy subscription for me. See, now if it was me making this video like 2 years ago, this shit would have got, what she got, 37 views in 22 hours? My shit would have got 17 views, and 15 of them would have been me. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, matter of fact, I'm going to leave a comment. What should I say? Am I thirsty for leaving a comment, y'all? Hold on. Great video. You know what? She might actually want some feedback. Great video. You had some points I agree with, and some points I disagree with, but keep going. No. Great video. You had some points I agree with and some points I disagree with. Maybe I should keep it at that, right? I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at that. You know what I'm saying? But look, man. Y'all like the video. Like, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out. Bruh, you recording?
There's some real shit going on outside. And we in here talking about bullshit.